Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Y'all, I'm surprised. I'm sorry. I know y'all gonna be like, Chloe, how you surprised? I am surprised. I am surprised. I am surprised. I am surprised. I really thought that she was amping this up, trying to make something out of nothing, doing way too much for TV. I really thought that Monique was really playing in our face, doing too much for TV. I honestly thought she was doing too much for TV. I did not. I did not think that they were really going to get a divorce. If anything, I thought that he would be the one to be like, you know what, Monique, I want a divorce. You're doing too much. Okay. I did not see her really filing for divorce for like, I'm sorry, y'all. I thought she was playing in our face. I'm sorry. I can't help but say I really thought she was playing in our face. I really thought she was like, amping it up for TV. Because I kept saying, Monique, you making something out of nothing. You're making something out of nothing. And if you keep doing this, you're going to lose your man. You're going to lose your man. You're going to lose your good husband. But my thing is, I really, honestly, y'all, I honestly don't see where Chris went wrong because I don't understand where Chris went wrong. I honestly think that Monique don't like Chris for who Chris is. I think that's what it is because when they got together, he was playing football, blah, 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 blah. Now that he has more time to be home and things like that, I really feel like Monique just don't like having Chris around. When they were in the beginning of their relationship, for majority of the beginning of their relationship, he was working and everything like that. He wasn't home as much. Now that he's home all the time and doing all these things, I really think oh, y'all, this is bothering me because it's like, you ever see a couple that I feel like could really work and really for no reason, like really get a divorce for no reason? I really feel like that's what's happening. Thanks, Romel. Y'all, I'm surprised. I'm gonna copy the link if y'all want to come up and say something, but I really do. I really am surprised. This one I wasn't expecting. Nope. This one I wasn't expecting. I really thought she was aiming it up for TV. I thought if anybody was going to be up, like, probably feel some type of way, it would be Chris because she was like doing too much all the time. And I really honestly, and it's not our place to know like what really caused this divorce or whatever the case may be. But I really feel like she never really liked Chris. Something about her mannerisms towards him really says that she liked the idea of having a husband who was successful, who could take care of them. Um, and now that he's home full time, she was like, you know what? I don't really want you. I'm tired of looking at you. I'm tired of being in this house with you 24/7. Like, you need to get up and do something. It's kind of like she was looking at him like he's like some type of lazy bum and this, that, and the other. Because like in her mind, she kept saying, oh, he's not helping me out. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. When in all actuality, he was doing all those things. So I don't understand. You say, I wasn't a, you wasn't expecting, Monique, or was you should talk about me not expecting? I really didn't expect it, y'all. Look, I almost fell back in my chair. No. So took my daughter to her grandmother's house, and I go on Instagram, and they like Monique and Chris Samuels getting divorced, da 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 da, and I'm like, get the f out of here. So y'all, I went on Monique's page because I'm trying to figure out if Monique post anything, said anything. Who told y'all this? Because I don't see it on her page. Do y'all see it on her page? Because I was just on her page. I looked. I was trying to get a statement because y'all know when you go live, you gotta have a statement, baby. I ain't see no statement. I went to the story, no statement. I went to the everything, no statements. Like she not saying anything or why. But I really feel like I just feel like she don't like Chris. I really feel like she don't like Chris because she took every chance that she could to bring up problems that I really didn't see as problems. She was really making nothing out of something the whole time. She gave the exclusive to People Magazine. Check your DMs. Doing it now. Doing it the F now. All right, let me see what People Magazine said. So it says multiple sources confirmed to People Magazine that the Real Housewives of Potomac alumni 39 and the former NFL player are splitting after 10 years of marriage. The couple shared three children: son Christopher 9, Chase 3, daughter Milani 7. The Samuels' relationship issues were well on display during the first season of Love and Marriage DC. A second season for the own reality show has been announced, with Monique expected to be on the show. So hold up. So hold up. So first of all, when was this published? So this has been in the works. This isn't anything new. It's just now getting out. So they said people have reached out to the couple for comments. Earlier on Sunday at the Real Housewives of Potomac panel at BravoCon, Monique's former co-star Ashley Dory opened up about her friendship with Monique, saying the two had lunch just last week and that Monique was going through some personal things at the moment. In July, Monique told Entertainment Tonight about the state of her marriage while she was filming Real Housewives of Potomac. People always say that reality TV tears your marriage down. What people don't realize that Real Housewives of Potomac actually in some way saved my marriage, she revealed. Chris and I became Chris and I, before we started filming the show, were in a really rough place. Oh, so they were in a rough place before. We had lost all the dating. We had lost all the dating in our relationship, in our marriage. Once we started filming reality TV, it actually helped us become. It helped us because it forced us to date. She added, so we were able to get out, just reunite that intimacy and be excited about each other. So I will not lie. Season 2 of Real Housewives of Potomac saved my marriage. And at the end of the day, sometimes you still have to come back to those moments, because some of those things I expressed on Love and Marriage DC, people watch Potomac saw I had those same concerns back then. So it's not like it's something new. Back in December 2020, Monique announced that she was bidding farewell to Real Housewives of Potomac. After the final episode of season 5 reunion aired, she revealed on Instagram Live that she would not be back for the 6th season. It was a crazy ride. It's not easy doing reality TV, to be quite honest. I'm over it. She explained at the time. I appreciate everyone that, okay, blah, 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 blah. And for me, my family is that line. Okay. Mm, mm. So she been basically been saying that she was getting a divorce. But I know people are saying that they didn't think my lips are like peeling, y'all. I'm sorry. I know they said that they didn't think they were gonna make it before, but it's so weird to me how she don't like that man. Because nah. She don't like that man. She didn't like him. It's that simple. I'm thinking about all the interactions that I've seen between them on Love and Marriage, DC. I'm thinking about like all of the things that she would say, how she would view him, how she would see him, how she would be like, I just want him to go deeper. I want him to open up. I want him to do this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. I never saw her fully invested in him. And I don't know if he just wasn't emotionally intelligent enough for Monique. Like maybe he just wasn't meeting her emotional needs. But I honestly thought she was amping it up for TV. Not one time did I think that this was going to be a real like divorce. I'm sorry. I really thought we was about to go into season 2 of DC. Well, not we, y'all, because I wasn't watching it because she was getting on my nerves because she was acting like that with Chris. Okay. And she was doing the most, stirring the pot for no reason. And if Winter don't come back, I'm definitely not watching, but that's neither here or there. Okay. We kind of saw it played out on Love and Marriage DC. But what exactly did we see? That's my thing. All we saw was Monique complaining. I really don't understand Chris doing anything wrong besides being a man. I mean, I guess if you think about it in the sense of like he wasn't emotionally maybe he just wasn't emotionally available for her. I don't think she liked her hubby. That reminds me of Quad and Dr. G on Married to Medicine. Yeah, I really think that when she got with him and they were like in the beginning stage of their marriage, he was working a lot, he was away a lot. She was that, that football wife and all that other stuff. And she didn't have the hold on. Yeah. And she didn't have the the time to really sit down and get to know this man. And then they had children and this, that, and the other. He was in and out, and it was like one of those like, oh, oh my God, I haven't seen you in a long time. I miss you. And now that he's retired and he's home and he's like in her face, it seems like she's annoyed by his presence. She's like, oh, he got to get up and help the kids. And I don't know if he's going to want to do that. He's like, I don't have a problem helping the kids. It's like she was making things out of nothing. And I feel like she was at that point where it doesn't matter what you do, I'm already done. You know what I mean? Hey.
Hey, Chloe, how are
Hey, me,
you?
what's going on, girl?
Oh my God, girl.
Girl.
Damn.
Girl.
Damn.
No.
Here's the thing, girl. I was hating on that little on her last season, but I still am upset because I was like, she seems like she don't like him, but now I'm like, why,
Because
girl?
right? And I feel like Chris is a good man.
Yes, Chris is a
Girl.
good man, girl. Something told me that I was hoping I was wrong. I think I hate speaking stuff into existence, but it seemed like she ain't liked him last season.
Yeah.
And
Like
she
she
wanted us not to like them, but everybody was like, girl, it's you.
that's what it was. Like she was trying to get us to be like on her side, right?
Yeah, but everybody can see like she's nagging, she's kind of rude. She's like short with him. And I was just like, if this is your bad part of your marriage, he's a good dude. It's you, but it's you, baby. You're not like, seeing his efforts, but I'm just sad.
Let me ask you a question. And I tell me if I'm reaching, y'all. Tell me if I'm reaching.
Mm,
Do you think she used him?
yes.
Mm.
I think once she got to be on Potomac, she realized, because she had a fan club, remember? Everybody
Mm-hmm.
liked Monique, especially after the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think she started to see herself as an individual and not his wife. And she was like, I'm not going back to being just Chris Samuel's wife. And to be honest with you, I think he's the reason why she left that show. Because he didn't want to do it no more.
Mm.
So there's some resentment there. And then they go on a new show and she's like, okay, this is my show. I'm about to like basically get rid of Chris and basically do this on my own. And it didn't work in her favor. But I think she want to go back to Potomac, you ask me.
Really?
She
I
was
don't
not she
going
was
back.
not pleased with her edit. She was not pleased with her edit with Carlos. And truth be told, she's single now. So she can go back and be Ashley's little ride or die because they both going through divorce.
Good point. But
And
but Candace, I don't know.
here's the thing. She can go back and apologize and be like, that was all because of Chris.
Not blame it on the husband.
Girl, you know she like to blame people, girl. You do know that. I would not be surprised, to be honest with you, because she really wants to go back on with someone because the company is blowing up right now. After
Yeah.
that, so they can just replace Wendy with Monique and get back to the regular.
Oh my God. I don't want Monique on the Potomac though. I'm kind of over her in general for TV.
I'm
Hey
mad
Amber.
at her, but I do want to see her on Potomac.
What did I miss? Chloe, I
Girl,
just finished watching your last live and I was doing my pedicure and I turned and I said, oh, shoot. Oh, wait a minute. What went on, y'all? Tell me. Catch me up.
girl, they separated Chris and Monique.
Ooh, I knew that TV show was going to break them up. What happened? Who cheated?
But she
Nobody.
said they just going their separation. They did a people statement.
Ain't nobody cheat. You know he wasn't cheating on her.
She was
I
done
know I
with him.
said nobody because let's not forget the trainer. you know.
Girl, not
Listen.
y'all met
Listen.
who fouled? I think Monique fouled, right?
I think so.
I mean,
I'm just like, even though we
Oh, I thought you said foul, like Foul, because she fouled me. But okay.
oh she is. But I just think I'm just so oh my God. Why? I like Chris.
I like Chris
You
too.
remember on DC, she said that she thinks that being married, you know, like messed them up. And she wished that they could have just had like their spiritual thing. Well, she got what she wished for. I want to. Ooh, girl, I can't wait to hear what his mama got to say. What she say?
Mama ain't never like her.
I don't
I
think
Mhm.
see
Mama
why
said
now.
anything yet.
She gonna say
Ooh,
his money because I don't think they had a prenup.
Ooh, child, she about to get all the money.
she finna
Mhm.
get. Well, she got 3 kids with him, and then wasn't she his manager at some point?
She managed all his businesses, his houses, his money, and everything.
Ooh,
Oh, okay. So this, yeah. So, oh my gosh, y'all. So remember what they said at the reunion when Carlos King he asked the viewer question about, Monique, did you come on this show to like, plan for
ruin your
your divorce
marriage.
from Chris?
Yeah.
And she said no. Who child?
It looks like that's what she
I
did.
think people need to watch out for her, even her friends. If she's above you, she gonna dump you. That's just how she rolls.
Oh, she's a snake child.
So
And
y'all
I
think,
liked Monique.
hold
I
on, wait.
did.
So Amy, you saying that she thinks she got too big for her husband?
She didn't need him anymore. Look at how she did Sharice when Sharice got her on the show. She was up Sharice's butt, but as soon as Sharice got kicked off the show, they said that's when their friendship ended. She was moving on, and
That
then she
friendship ended right before Sharice even left. And I was like, what is Sharice talking about with that whole social climber thing? When they did that charity, like that food drive or like clothing, it was
yeah,
some disaster.
yeah.
I think it was, what was that? Was that
But
down in
if you
Texas?
notice, she attaches herself to fame people that she wants to get in their circles, and then once she get in their circle and gets her footing, she moves on and gets rid of that person.
Oh, you mean i.e. Arena, Ashley, and Winter?
Yes, you see
Okay,
how
so Winter
Karen.
was first.
Yes.
Ashley is gonna be on her head top next. See, I can't wait because Ashley sees what Monique is up to.
Mm-hmm.
And Monique is weird because Monique technically was supposed to be in the number one spot because that was supposed to be like her show, but
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't. She's so basic.
She's fake. And that's when I mean, I really used to like Monique. I don't know why she's so concerned of being on. She's just ruining her image. Girl. That's
You know
probably
what?
why
She
her and
is.
Ashley clicked up so
I
good.
was girl. You just took it out my mouth because all they married, and I want they married men just for status. Monique is. I rewatched the last season. She was on Potomac with the whole fight,
Mm-hmm.
and she was wrong. I didn't think so at first. I was like, you run up, you get done up. But Candace didn't run up. Like that's a part of the job is just talking mess. But Monique, you were like on her to the point I would say if we weren't adults, you would call it bullying. And
Yeah,
you
actually, she picked the easiest, the weakest link out the group, which was Candace, and she thought she could beat
exactly,
her up and get away with it, and nobody say nothing.
exactly.
And that's how it happened. But I still was on Monique's side because I looked at it like all of them have bad moments. Why does she have to leave the show? You know,
Right. It was
like
like
at the
it
end of
wasn't
the
even
day.
that bad of a fight. It was more of a snatch and grab.
Yeah, that's how I
But
felt like she did that, but the way Monique, way Giselle and Robin and they took it as a way to just basically stomp on her. So that's what I wasn't with that. But now I'm kind of like they must have saw what we didn't see.
well, you know what? When you go back and watch the very first episode of her last season, they had the brunch for Ashley to like get her out of the house from her crib keeper and everything. And Monique was talking about we need to ice Candace out. Maybe she'll learn the very same thing she was trying to do to Candace, it happened to her. So, that's what they say. Like you dig a ditch for yourself for somebody else, you might as well dig one for yourself too. I
Mm,
can't stand Monique, and I hope that it was Chris who was the wiser and got rid of her and not the other way around.
that is not right. So she tried to do that to to Ash to Candace. I didn't know that.
Let
Candace
me
is
ask my
annoying
question.
though, but I wouldn't do
What,
that to her.
what if this is just to get us to watch DC?
I ain't watching it because
I'm
if
watching, baby. I got to see it now. I'm
Like to see
watching.
it on full, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be this. You know what, y'all? We being played.
You
we
can
Didn't we say the Didn't we say the same thing last week about Ashley and
actually,
Michael?
and now they
Like
just
this
mm,
looked like it could just be for a storyline.
you never know, and I will be even madder. Don't play with your marriage like that. Don't
that part.
don't do that. Mm-mm. Not for
Play
us.
with it, cause it's gonna be over. It's either gonna be over for real or for play, and then for real. It's not gonna last either way. So if you want to use it for a storyline, we could speed up the divorce. It don't matter. They ain't gonna make it.
I don't like that. Don't play with your marriage. That was one of the things I said last season about her. I said stop playing with your marriage if that's
Because
for a
that's why
storyline.
I'm surprised because I thought that she was just playing with her marriage for TV or trying to spark up drama for TV.
Don't do that. Leave your marriage.
I saw what Monique was saying. Like you want him to give a little more. But I just I'm not of the mindset that a black woman needs to work and take care of the kid and just, spread herself thin.
Mm.
But Monique said that she had a full-time nanny.
That's what
Which
always confused me. I'm like,
what
why?
what you tried for?
Because she didn't have a full time nanny. I think she wanted Chris to be just more hands on with the kids. While she basically runs around and lives her dreams being a journalist and party goer and hostess and all the rest of that stuff. Girl, bye.
Yeah, she wants to be a socialite, and that's fine. She has the radio thing in the morning.
Which I do
And
not do. I listen. I'm in the DMV and I don't like that show.
child Monique ain't gonna be on nothing long. She just doesn't have that it
She's not
factor.
the it girl. She wants to be the it girl, but she's just not the it girl.
She's
Yeah,
missing
she's
the
like she's good as an ensemble cast.
Right.
She was good on Potomac, and that's only because of our disdain for Giselle.
mm-hmm.
But on her own, like this is supposed to be her show, Love and Marriage DC, and she is still licking boots to people I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
So it's like you weak, and that's a good man, Savannah. A good man. And I don't it would be different. I can understand, just because he ain't cheating or beating, shout out to couples couch. But just because he's not doing that stuff, it still doesn't mean that there's not room for improvement. But
Mm-hmm.
to get your husband on national television and not ever really having anything positive to say about him for one whole season,
Mm.
there would like they can only give what you edit. For every negative you say about him on TV, you need to say two positives to make it better, because you know how they gonna flip it.
Yup. She
Yeah.
never said anything good about him the whole time.
You asked me, she don't want Chris because Chris is not in the space that she wants to be in,
But
and
she
Boom.
wants to like
slowing
dress.
her down.
She want to match each other and everything. Remember, how she was like, he never matches with me, and blah 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 blah.
She wants an image, and Chris is in a real marriage. She still is in the I want the wedding phase, and he's like, girl, we are in this, we got kids and we
You
got bills.
you asked me,
Sit down.
you asked me, she wanna DJ quick. Somebody who is like
Yep.
on the scene doing all this, talking and just charismatic, just really out there. I don't particularly care for him the way he yelled at Winter, but before he did that, he was the most charismatic male cast member. So, and I saw how she was looking when he did that little thing for his wife at the end and had Tank singing.
Oh, absolutely.
She looked
Yes,
like
ma'am.
she was looking like, I want that. I don't want to be with Chris.
She
Chris is
was
boring.
looking at him in their finale the way Nene was looking at Peter in the finale that he married Cynthia. She wanted him. She wanted
She
it.
want
She
that. She don't want him.
wanted
She
it.
want that type of dude.
She
She
wants
want.
that lifestyle. She wants, so basically she thought like Chris is acting like, and not to talk bad about people who, want to be social climbers and stuff. That's never been my judge. But
Mhm.
she wants like to be out on the scene. She wants to be the talk of the town, the belle of the ball.
Uh,
And Chris is more like, I'm not here for show and for play. Like I've really got money. I really am married. I really do have kids. The image that you trying to have, we don't have. We are that. Chill, babe. She doesn't want to. She's for
Right.
the streets. Give her back.
Oh,
Oh,
now
don't say that. I don't think she's a hoe. I just think she's a social climber. Damn,
What is she
girl.
climb? And I wonder how much she gonna be climbing on to get where she want to be socially.
Ooh.
That how you
Ooh,
think she
you.
got with Chris? The only reason that she was on DC's, but she climbed on that tree. She finna. I can almost guarantee you, it's another man who's in the picture.
You
I just
know,
that
that just
is
might be
one person's
it.
opinion, okay?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like next season a new dude show up.
Not a new dude already, not next season.
I wouldn't say next season. She ain't that dumb. I think she'll wait like 2 seasons to introduce. I want to start dating now.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be, anything. I mean, if you think about it, like just think about Potomac, right? She's probably gonna end up back on the show. Ashley is getting fake divorce. Giselle keep repeating dudes who divorced already. Robin don't even want to get married because she know they gonna get divorced and she ain't coming off the five. She is not paying the $5 fine.
Right?
Karen is
I'm paying
apparently
up.
stepping out on Ray. So it seemed like all of the women on Potomac are starting to realize, look, I didn't rolled enough of what I needed to ride and sucked enough of whatever to get what I need. I'm done with them now. Monique ain't no different.
Yeah, and the way she was spending up all his money, it ain't make no sense.
Right on, not for lazy moms. Girl, you
Girl.
are lazy. All of this, you just complaining, complaining, complaining. If a man told me, baby, whatever you need, like for help or whatever, go pay for it. I wouldn't complain. I understand, but he is in his children's life. He does take care of the kid. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's not like he's a Nick Cannon who's not at home with the kids every night. Girl, if you don't go get that checkbook and pay for whatever nanny, nurse, whatever you need, and let
Exactly.
me sit on this couch.
Yeah, that was annoying when he was working out. She came in there, do this, do that. I said, Monique, get out.
Right.
Why are you here?
She don't like him. That's all. Like
Exactly.
I'm starting to think that she used him, just like y'all was just saying, she used him to get what she needed to get where she wanted to go to. She's social climbing to get somewhere else. And she's this is her next move. This
Yeah,
is her next move. And now she's gonna leave Chris and then she's gonna be on TV crying about being a single mother. I'm a single mother now. And it's like, girl, no, you're not. Shut up.
exactly. And it's so hard.
So hard to be a single
Uh,
mom. Yeah.
Chris need to bring his mother up there and let her air her out. Cuss that girl out. You did
You
him
know
dirty.
what? I hope that, I mean, honestly, when you tell your husband that you've been married to for over 10 years, I wish we never would have gotten married. We had more fun when we weren't married. First of all, I'm so tired of these people. I mean, not to say that marriage shouldn't be fun, but that's not why you marry somebody, is it? Because it's big fun. No, that's why you
No,
have your
she
little
just don't.
toy on the side. Like that's not what you have. You marry somebody because you want to have whatever you go through in life. That's the person you want to go through it with. What's all of this fun?
Right.
He
I don't understand that.
was.
You make a good point. It's like, of course, you're supposed to have fun. Of course, you're supposed to date, support all that stuff. But it's really to have someone to help support you through life, not just because you want to have fun. Like
Right.
looking at it wrong because you want somebody to raise your kids with. You want someone when your parents pass away. You want someone to be there to support you in your hopes and your dreams and your future and all this
And
other
help with these bills. Don't forget the
exactly in
bills.
the bills. So
The
like
bills and the bedpan and everything in between. I need all of that.
right.
And
So I don't
fun comes
understand.
along with it.
And then, but if you think about it, she just did the total opposite of what the marriage is for. She want to go have fun, then let her go have her fun. And when she end up, alone with nobody in her 50s and 60s, how old is she? Like 40 something, right?
She just turned 40. So she like 40, 41. So
So
she'll be Giselle, the person who she can't stand in another 10 years. How fitting.
that's
And
it.
it's gonna be even bitter and angrier. You ask me.
Exactly. I mean, literally, she can just take a look. 3 kids, was married, very successful man. And it's like, Chris is not lazy. Chris is retired. Him sitting around on the couch, like he just retired. He worked hard, put his body through all of that. Like you got to remember, Chris is a very big guy and he played football. All of that going out and everything, like he is not probably physically able to do all of that ripping and running she wants to do.
She's so. I
That's
don't
a good
know.
question. The lady in Sunset, is she aware of what is out there in the dating pool? I heard it's pee out there. I heard it's pee all through the pool.
She don't, because that's
Chloe.
not the reason why she going out there. She going out there to pick her name bigger. She's just trying to latch herself onto a more famous person, or more person that can bring her more people she can use. That's all. She not.
Exactly.
That's just what I
So
get from it.
it's gonna be somebody at that radio station. It's gonna be some like just
Mm.
I feel sad for him. But you know what? I kind of don't, just because after seeing her on DC, I really was able to see like she is really trash. Like, and this is just us talking on the show. Like, Monique, if you listen, like, girl, this is just talking. Don't nobody get in your feelings, okay? But for what I see on TV, you trash, girl. You trash. You trash. And
Mm.
then you gossiping with your oldest son about all the haters. Girl, Monique, people
Yeah.
would, I mean, come on now.
Mm,
Like,
mm, mm, mm.
it's like she's almost doing what, I hate to say it. It's like she's self-destructing right before our very eyes, and the only problem is she don't know it.
Mm. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't be
Anything for
surprised. I wouldn't
fame.
be surprised if you came back Potomac, and I would like to see it. I will watch, but I already know what it's going to be. It's going to be Ashley and Monique against Candace and whoever's on Candace's side.
Ooh, wait a minute. What if this girl, what if this is all just a scam that Todd set up to come at us with the bullshit because she wants to be back on Potomac?
I already know she want to be back on Potomac because Carlos don't pay that much. They on own.
Right, but I mean, Bravo and everything, they would probably say something like, Candace is not comfortable. I'm sure Candace still would not want her back on the show. Like none of the ladies besides, Karen and Ashley, I'm sure all of them would have a big problem with her coming back. Like they was probably like, nah, we
I
got too
mean, if
many
she did come
men.
back, she gonna have to kiss the ring, and that's just
I
what.
mean, yeah, but what would even make them even bring that to the table? Like, hey, Giselle, bring it to the other ladies. Like, are we going to lose y'all if she comes back? It would have to be something salacious for them to take that risk. And what's more salacious than her divorcing her husband?
But we about to watch the divorce of her husband on DC next season.
Ain't nobody watching that mess, girl. Ain't nobody watching.
Listen, if it was like last season of her down talking Chris, I'm not watching that. I don't
I
like.
wasn't watching regardless, y'all. I'm sorry. I
Good.
can't.
I want
Okay.
to watch just because I want to see Winter come back and really, you know,
But is Winter coming back?
Reggie said she ain't come back unless she has some backup. She said she ain't doing that. Mm-mm.
Get us some backup.
I
Get
be a
us
back.
some backup.
Let's see. Let's
Mm.
Because Winter was the only one that was giving those reads. The rest of them was acting stuck on stupid. No, no shade to Arena, but she was not that. She wasn't that girl. She pretty, but she cannot read. She couldn't.
Raina can barely, she looks like she's just like, I'm sorry, but the person you have called is not in right now. I mean,
She do. She do.
but girly she is
Oh
a
Lord.
gorgeous woman. She be dressing down. She seems like a real sweetheart. But she just,
Oh Lord.
bless her. When you tilt your head to the side and you just say, bless her heart, that's how she is.
She's like a really, really bougetto Cynthia Bailey. She don't never had nothing on her mind.
Yes,
Girl.
yes.
Y'all funny.
She do. She just be sitting there like,
Now she don't never had nothing on her mind.
no, really. That's why I was shocked when she got upset with Winter. I didn't even know she was thinking about it.
Of course, but
Girl.
that lets you know like it was true. And I think just the main thing, I really want women in particular. I mean, I know everyone, both, sexes cheat, but I'm so tired of women acting like ashamed or embarrassed if they got cheated on. the hell that got to do with me? That's you and your lack of character, morals, and self control. Like, what the hell am I? Because, like, that don't mean nothing. Men will get out of your bed, go getting somebody else's, jump out of hers, go getting his. They don't care if it's there and
Mm,
they want it, they gonna get it. So I don't, like Arena showed her hand because she was just so upset, and it's like, girl, yeah, he cheated, didn't he? Mm.
mm, 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 mm.
Like you gonna stay with him, so don't even like
She
let it
don't
be
want to look
known.
dumb, but it's like, I mean, it's a marriage. I mean, if you want to stay with a dude that cheats, it is what it is. It looks like y'all had a good life financially, so I mean, I get it, but everybody not with
I ain't gonna lie, Jamie fine. Jamie fine.
Jamie. It is fine. He cute.
I
But
didn't even notice how fine he was until I don't know. He was real fine one day, and I was like, "Damn, he's fine."
wait, Jamie?
Jamie
Jamie,
cute. I like Jamie.
Jamie, and little Jamie,
Ooh,
little
no,
Jamie
Jamie
fine too with
fine.
his
Little
dumb
Jamie,
ass.
yeah, little Jamie's cute, but Big
That Jamie is cute. I like
Jamie.
his Tarzan be Jamie come
Mm.
home attitude. He's cute. I like
He's
that.
yeah,
I,
he's really good looking. Like just look at him.
I
Like
wasn't
when he
too
ain't
happy so
talking
bad.
or when he ain't drunk.
I
Long
mean,
as he
I
ain't
think his
drunk.
attitude turned me off too bad. I can't look past it.
I know he got a bad attitude, but he's cute. I give him that.
I'm trying to remember what he looked like, but I just
Uh,
know I just never say he was cute in my mind.
he looked like an angry old mean motherfucker. That's what he looked like.
God.
Show
It's
his
become
me.
society to blame women if a man cheats, just like the divorce, the men are blamed. Well, yeah. So that's exactly what it is. It's not even society. I say it's women. It's women on women because normally when a man cheats, it's the women who go back and forth, and the woman goes, "Well, you wasn't good enough, and you didn't do this, and that's why I'm what he really want because you wasn't take care of your man. He came to me." So the shame falls on women from other women because they feel as though like if you was doing your job, then he wouldn't come over here type of situation, and that's
Right.
all where it stems from. Even though we all know that men gonna do what they want to do, whether you doing everything or nothing.
Exactly. And it really do seem like when men cheat, sorry fellas, but when they cheat from what I've seen and heard, they usually cheat down. What the hell? So they let you know like it ain't no reason whoever gets cheated on who don't internalize that. Don't make that, like your source of shame.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're the ones who didn't keep their word. Men always say my word is everything, but they can't never keep it. Not, I'm talking in general. So it's like I just don't want Arena to feel, like she has to hide this and she needs to be embarrassed. Like you gonna stay with him, y'all gonna move past it. Don't hold that guilt. It ain't he needs to feel that, not you.
Mm-hmm.
The guilt is main. I think it's mainly because she knows that it's not a one-time thing and it's not something that will never happen again. So normally, if a guy cheats, a woman will express that in the beginning because it's like, oh my God, never happened before. I don't know what to do. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? But this isn't something that was a one-time thing. So because she's more accustomed to it and she knows that he can embarrass me again. Like he's not gonna stop doing what he's doing. He's gonna keep embarrassing me. Why would I come out and admit this and deal with it on national TV to have to do with it to deal with it next year and the year after and the year after and the year after. It's like Ashley up there looking stupid, acting like her husband didn't cheat on her all them times that he was being caught cheating on her. And it's like, girl, you look dumb. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness, that was so silly. It's like we trying to out cheat each other. And I'm just looking like, y'all need to go to the doctor.
Mm.
I mean, seriously, like y'all are
He's too
in
old.
y'all what late 30s, early 40s, been married for I don't know how long, got two cute kids, you know, like y'all arguing about
Super,
something that
super,
happened
super.
20 years ago. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
trying to out hoe each other.
Let me
What am I watching?
ask y'all a question. So you know how Monique kept making emphasis on 10 years, 10 years, 10 years, 10 years.
I know
Mm-hmm.
where you're going. Mm-hmm.
I think that is something in that prenup. If they have it
Mm-hmm.
happens in 10 years where she was really pushing how the relationship is pushing 10 years and now at the 10 years everything seems to be falling apart.
I
That
think
was
it was
similar to
always planned.
Kobe's.
You said what?
That was similar to Kobe's prenup. Remember?
Oh,
Like
with Vanessa
once you hit
Kate.
10 years, Vanessa would have got half when they were planning on divorcing. I think like the 10-year mark, and if I'm not mistaken, haven't Ashley and Michael been together just 10 years? I
Yeah.
think they just hit the 10-year mark too. So it might be something. Oh, well, you live out there. How's the law, you know?
Hmm. I think
Oh,
Ashley always said to herself, if he's not what she wants in 10 years, at least she'll have some money. Because she know he old. She
Yeah,
just
he.
outlive him.
you know he old. And she was like, I got the two babies. I still look good. I can get in these streets and get me a new dude, but now I got
Yeah, and I mean, let me find out from y'all. I don't really feel like Ashley is a gold digger or, you
Why are
know,
you gold diggers? Cut that out.
I mean, well, I would say no, just because it's very obvious what she would go into that marriage for. And if Ashley is a gold digger, what would we call Michael? Like, what's the name of the opposite? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's going after the gold, but like, what is he, a cradle digger, like, or
Credit robber.
what?
Call him credit
Yeah, a
robber.
cradle robber. You know, like, even though she's legal and everything, but she's going toward him. I mean, it's really like what we were put here. Like, women are valued just the way society is, you know, like, and biology. Like, our youth is when we're most
You asked
appealing.
you asked me, Rob. I think he agreed to be with her because she was his new little thing. But I think
Mhm.
Potomac's going to kill their marriage because he doesn't want to be on the show anymore, and this is her cash cow.
But
So
yeah, I think he married her because of her youth and beauty, and she married him
And
because of his age and money. You know, like, I ain't gonna have to deal with him that long. He's like 40 years older than her.
yeah, and that's fine, but that's the thing. Like, it's nothing wrong with being a gold digger if that's what you want to be. Like, I ain't never say nothing was wrong with it. If you gonna go find you an older man that's gonna take care of you and pretend to love you, and y'all have threesomes and have a good time, fine. Give you kids in 10 years, divorce them, and go about your life. Then, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. I'm not mad at her for that. I don't know why people look at it as the bad thing because if it is in order to have a sugar daddy, in order to be a gold digger, you gotta be a sugar daddy.
There you go.
And a lot of men don't mind taking care of women as long as you look a certain way and you do what you're supposed to do. I'm fine with taking care of you wholeheartedly, and that's the agreement. Remember, marriage is a choice, and you choose who you want to be with, and it's also has to have marriage is conditional. Whoever told y'all it's not is a lie. You get married for conditions. And it's definitely conditioned. You when you get a husband, you under a condition that he's going to provide and protect you, right? So
mhm.
it's no
Of
different
course.
to finances and stuff like that. Of course, you're gonna want a man who got his stuff together. And if you could think you can grow to love him, and you don't find with putting your head down there, then go ahead, girl.
No, Chloe.
I know
Oh, I just got a visual. Don't do it.
I couldn't, but I'm just saying if you can, then be my guest.
Okay, that's where it's at. Mhm.
I mean, yeah, I just think that, between two people, if you decide to get into a relationship and get married, whatever rules y'all set between y'all selves, like society. So her and Michael doing the swinging thing. I mean, 10 years, I'd have to sleep with somebody else to just get a little out of Michael. Cause, oh my goodness, like, anybody, just give me somebody else just for 5 minutes. Cause I don't want him touching me.
Mm,
But
not the
I
most.
just I think that is just it's a little different with Ashley and Michael just because, like, we can pretty much, and it's kind of a stereotype, but we can pretty much look at them and tell why they got together. But with Chris and Monique, them being, this, like, in the same age range, both appearing to have something in common, and for them to be together. And I thought this was a real,
I
it's
thought
kind of sad just because we were all noticing, like, is she trying to make it, like, build a case against him so she can turn around and divorce him? And to hear just a few months later that's actually what's occurring is just trash. Like, just for the sake of the fact that that's what people thought last season, I would have to wait another year or two before I did it, just so
you,
that people wouldn't think that.
you think she's gonna take this footage to divorce court?
Girl.
Like, see,
Everybody,
he was unemotionally available for me the whole time.
she made
Exactly. I've been asking him, and then when we went to Tanzania, because I'm not gonna say it like all other black people and just say Tanzania. I'm gonna say it the right way, Tanzania.
anxiety. You know what? She do that. I'll be out there like the people for Johnny Depp. Frank Crest
Right. Boo.
going off.
But like what I think Monique is doing is kind of it's kind of similar to what I think Omarion did. Like, oh, okay, so we're gonna, put in our dreads and we're gonna get natural and we're gonna, use all natural products and everything is biodegradable and I'm gonna be on my Zen. As if like that somehow makes you more peaceful
Oh,
or like a
gonna
different person. Like
that.
she's trying to rebrand.
Oh, is that what it
That's
was?
exactly what she's doing.
She's trying to rebrand herself.
In herself as someone more positive, someone more enlightening. She's vegan. She's this, da 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 da. I
Right.
can't. And she's a
All
bad.
of that vegan, mother of the earth, essential oils, not for lazy moms. Like, not for lazy moms do not complain on television all the time about having to take care of them. Anila. And I think I do believe that Monique is a really good mom. Not to say that at all, but optics, people, like optics. Like,
Mm-mm.
I'm almost 40 years old, and my mom and dad still never complained about like how difficult or how hard it might have been. Now they like that's not for kids. No, kids are just supposed to be here and be kids. When they start knowing like all of the stresses and all of this, and and I have to do this, and Chris ain't giving me no help. Her kids are old enough to turn on the TV. It's
Mm,
the own network, so that's probably not blocked. So
mm,
it's like you keep complaining, and they might internalize that, like, oh,
mm.
mom be home all day, and it don't really seem like. So what's she complaining about? Like, are we doing something wrong? Are we being
I,
bad?
the oldest one must know because she talked a lot around him because he knew all about that Ashley, her and Monique fight. I mean, Candace fight. He knew all.
Um,
He was all in the mix.
well, you know why he was all in the mix.
Why? I don't know.
Your inflection like that tells me girl.
We don't know.
I
I
mean,
am not, and this is just my opinion, and I'm not gonna say because he is a minor.
Okay, then don't say it if he's a
I'm
minor.
oh,
not.
I going. You know what that might be. That just might.
Yeah.
I
And
don't.
then that's, but yeah, I believe so.
Oh, yeah, because he was all in the mix and he was making comments about Candace and everything, and I was just like, wait.
Yeah, and about she gonna be a hater and everything. So I kind of think that, Monique, like that's who she vents to and everything. Not like in a bad way, but parents are trying to talk to their kids, I think,
Mm-hmm.
why she's talking about
He's gonna see
that.
it anyway, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I want to see. This is the thing when it comes to divorce, right? I want to say I'm good. I'm happy if you're happy, if you're finding your peace, if you're walking into a new stage of life, and you feel like you deserve more or something different, and someone's not giving it to you. I totally think you should do that. But this doesn't seem like I'm looking for me or I found me. This seems planned, plot, and plotted. That's why I think everyone's like, "What the heck?" Like, no, Monique, you ain't right for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, what's going on with all the divorces? It's like everybody just got sick of each other at the same time.
I told y'all didn't see my live last time. I said I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared.
They
I
say
saw your live, Chloe. Girl, please.
it comes in threes, divorces.
It's
Yeah,
like,
but we had like number 5 or 6 in the past 2 weeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally like everybody. Every time we turn around, somebody getting divorced. It's like what? Oh boy.
That's it.
Right. I thought after the pandemic, everybody was going like whoever made it through that and stayed married was going to be okay.
Only thing is for me, I was hating on them, but I am still upset. It's unfortunate they're divorced, and that hurts me a little bit. I feel bad for them.
Me too.
I am a bit surprised. I thought that even after last season, I'm like, I think she's just not realizing how bad it comes across on TV, but I'm like, they gonna make it through it. Um, it's messed up
Mm.
because I don't think if like I really don't believe it's worth divorcing, which
No.
makes me feel like this was your plan all along.
Mm-hmm.
Cause did y'all remember last on DC when she kept saying like, I've been asking you to change this for the past 10 years, and she kept letting us know they had been married 10 years. So I'm like, so you married him the way he is now, like you married him wanting him to be something different than what you married?
Mm.
Because she kept saying, I've been asking you this for 10 years. I've been asking you this for 10 years. But y'all was married. Y'all just been married for 10 years. So
So
you were never satisfied? Like,
No,
yes.
she wasn't around. That's the thing. Chris was not around all the time, and she was so busy fighting off girls and trying to prove she's Mrs. Samuels that she didn't realize she don't like this man.
Mm.
oh, okay. I.e., I was just trying to get from being the side chick to the number one chick because the number one chick was the one that he mentioned on the show who he loved.
Mhm.
Got it, got it, got it. Ooh, she
I just need
is.
to prove that I'm that girl. Once again, she's trying to be that girl, baby. It's not happening for you.
And the mama probably didn't like her because she saw how she came and, sledded her way out to get him away from the girl who he was with. And
Mm.
not just, Chris, he wanted to do it. So he went where he wanted to go. She couldn't make him.
Mhm.
And now that she has made it seem like he's a bad conversationalist, he doesn't have any depth. What,
Yeah.
what depth? What, I mean, and I know what depth you want, girl. What you want to talk about? What?
Nothing. She's trying to plan on scheming on taking somebody's position. That's what she wants. She wants a
But
plan.
But I told y'all that she was too like even if Chris was working on some things for himself, when she got involved in his life coach session, like that was too much. Like if he's trying to become a different version of himself, let him do that on his own. You don't have to be holding his hand through it because this is the problem. Like she wants to, it's like she's trying to get him to be someone he's not, and it's never going to be that way. And she just does not like Chris because Chris literally is trying. Chris has been through the coaching. Chris is trying. He's taking care, getting kids up for school while she go to the radio show at 5 o'clock in the morning and all types of stuff. He's doing. He's making an effort. She doesn't care.
Yeah. And like, remember the episode when she came in after her first day on the show, the radio spot, and he was just saying how his day was, and the kids was basically running him ragged and everything, making casual conversation how most people do when you come in the house and you're talking to people, and she's like, "Yeah, that's crazy," and he was saying he was part of it, but it was like no. Chloe, I know you know the same way that Justin and Alexis was, how she had her back to him as he's, talking and everything. It's like you're not giving the energy of, well, you know what, baby, I know you're not used to getting our kids up in the morning. So even though it's like, yeah, you the daddy, I'm not gonna give you a cookie, but I'm still gonna say, babe, I know it was crazy for you today. You'll get used to it though. Thanks for you know
Like you
yeah,
should.
thanks for getting up this morning on time and me not having to, deal with it. Thank you. It'll get easier.
Mm.
Like just no reassurance, no appreciation. And it's like it's not to say that she needs, she has to kiss his butt, but it's like, just it's not all about you. Because
That
the reason that she can go and do this little radio station and the reason she was able to be on Potomac and all of that, it's because of all of the work and the status and the money that he got.
Yep,
that
and she used them. She used them.
a lot of doors are gonna close on that in that arena, but she's okay with that because she's gotten a lot of more doors open since she's gotten to a different space. She's doing radio, so she's a part of the communication and broadcasting crowd. So she's hoping that that will pull her through.
Yeah, but nobody likes her.
But what level is where is she trying to go? Y'all keep
Oh,
saying she's social climbing. Where's she
I
climbing to,
think she
y'all?
just want climbing to get her own name. She doesn't want to share in the spotlight. She doesn't. If she's going
Exactly.
The thing about it is Chris eclipsed her because he was like the Washington Redskins organization is big in the DMV area. So she was never going to get that respect that she wants. Like she's just always going to be seen as a wife, and she didn't want to be seen as a wife. She wants to be seen as Monique Samuels, separate from Chris. She
Yep,
wants to be a power couple. She wants to be a Jay-Z and Beyonce versus a Chris and Monique because Chris is
yep,
above her and she's just his wife. She wants to
yep.
she wants to have that recognition, and until she gets it, she's not going to be satisfied.
And don't forget, she wanted to be a rapper. Like she wants to be
So,
in the limelight. So yeah, you're right, Amy. I mean, she just wants to. It's like she has a craving that can never be, satisfied.
yeah, and Chris was okay with the life that he has because he's built his name, like you said, the sweat and tears, all of that extra stuff. So he's done. He's a retired man that has many connections and he's cool. Whereas she is like, I'm just getting started. Potomac gave me a little bit of a taste of what it could be like if I have my own name.
Yeah, because what I'm starting to realize is like some people they want the money, and some people want the fame. Some people want both. Monique is fame hungry.
Yeah, she is.
That's what she wants.
Mm. She
She
is
Mm.
not.
wants to be in the limelight. She wants to, and I mean, DC, that's how, I mean, she's trying to move up and through those circles. And because she burnt the bridge with Sharice, she's not really going to be able to go down that route
Mm.
because somehow Sharice is you know, the nucleus.
I
So,
just I just can't. I just can't. Well, in this case, I feel like this is good for Chris. Now he could go ahead and live his life and be comfortable on his couch, okay? Because he
I
worked
said,
hard to be comfortable on his couch, baby. All
yeah,
right.
Chris can now go to Alabama and get with Melanie. That'd be cute. They be. I
With
said,
Melanie,
yeah, Melanie from Huntsville.
Melanie Sheree.
Melanie Lee Sheree. They would be cute together. Got kids.
No, I don't see that.
Huh?
You know what I could see?
Hmm.
I could possibly see. No, Chris ain't messy like that, but it would be entertaining. You remember the chick who used to be Monique's friend, who had helped get that rumor started?
Oh, that girl. No, she was a mess. She was just trying to get on TV. I didn't like her.
First of all, she
Uh huh.
used
But remember, she was the one.
friend.
But yeah, she was the one who told Chris allegedly that Monique had stepped out on him and that baby wasn't his.
So now that we got a different light on this, y'all think she stepped out?
Yeah, not really.
Nah, you don't think she stepped out with that trainer?
I don't think she that dumb.
I think she did, but I don't think that's, I think that's why Monique was done with her. Here you are, talk about my sneaky links. I'm done.
Hey, you supposed to be my friend.
Yeah, I was supposed to do that, T. All
You
the
know what? You
her.
are right. That is because the friend was probably looking at it like, Monique, you got this man who just want to sit down, eat some good food, drink some wine, and chill out. He ain't cheating or beating or nothing. And I'm gonna try to get up in there, so I'm gonna have to let him know what you've been doing, and maybe he'll, cry on my shoulder, and I can go ahead and slide up into the marriage bed.
Oh, child, this is scandalous.
Mhm.
Because for what other reason could you possibly have to tell on your best friend, on your friend, on anybody? Like, what you opening your mouth for about somebody cheating? If they ain't cheating with your man or who somebody, like that ain't your business. So
Right.
she had to have a reason. Why would Monique is your friend? Why are
Right.
you telling her husband, like, girl, you
Jealousy.
Mhm.
jealousy,
Jealousy.
jealousy ain't enough.
You
Envy,
miss days. I've seen
envy,
girls do more for less.
but envy. You want her spot,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to blow up her spot to take her spot.
Yep.
Mm. Chris.
But I don't think I just yeah, no, I don't like that girl. She wasn't supposed to spill the tea. That's girl code. You weren't supposed to do that. Mm-mm.
At all. Like
Nope.
if y'all fall out or whatever y'all know about each other, that's between it don't matter. You don't bring it up on Mad Day.
No,
Keep it.
don't tell her sneaky links. That's nobody's business.
But Monique is a snake, and Monique would do it, so I don't care now.
You think?
So hold on, wait, 1 second. So she said Chris has to deal with feeling like he chose the wrong woman to be his wife and mother of his children. That is a big fear when men decide to marry. So now I feel,
Mm.
remember how she said she wouldn't remarry him if she. We should have known this was coming y'all way because she definitely said she knew she wouldn't remarry Chris. Okay, that's already a red flag. And
Yeah.
then the way Chris brought up the ex girlfriend. Remember how he said that was the ex girlfriend that he actually.
Uh-huh.
What he say? He loved her more than her. Like he loved Monique more than
He
her.
was like, yeah, he was like, I love you more than I loved anybody before, like any relationship in the past or something.
Yeah.
So
So
that was
he
the woman right before Monique.
and she probably been feeling that way for the longest. She probably felt like he settled for her in a sense.
Yeah, something probably, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. And of course, this is just my imagination, but I wouldn't be surprised if Monique probably put some salt in their game, probably saw her cheating with somebody and put salt in the game because, history got a way of repeating itself. So she probably, did or said something to put her, in the number one spot and got him to get rid of her.
This is
And
true.
so now that's the reason why, because I understand that we don't like Giselle and all of that stuff, but Gizitnek was not wrong because Monique did kind of kick it off with Sherman.
She did. That's the reason why I was never really like 100% Monique is innocent. Monique played in the mud. It's just that Giselle was a different level of beast when it comes to playing. So she wasn't expecting her to come for her marriage, but it's like, listen, Giselle, she loves herself some Sherman. So even if it was her boyfriend, you still played in her relationship. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was like, that's what I said. They were playing. It just escalated to the children with Giselle, and most people are not. That's kind of dirty. You going after the babies because what does the little papa have to do with Monique? Y'all saying the baby isn't his. Now, if y'all would have just said she cheated on him, that's one thing. But saying the baby's not his, that's dirty.
Well, yeah, because it's dirty, but if we fighting, it really ain't no fair. I'm kind of like that. Like the kid, what the kid got to do with it?
Yeah,
Nothing, but I got a beef with his mama. So if he pop in my head, then it's whatever. Don't
yeah.
take it personal.
I
Wow.
wouldn't go as far, but you can't tell somebody what they can do when they're mad. So
Well, it's not even that. Like that can be fact checked. You don't lie about stuff like that. Like a paternity test can clear that up. Like so now
yeah,
it's like the
They never
whole
took
lie. It
the
all sound like a lie. They should have kept it simple. At she cheated.
but
yeah.
they never took a DNA test, right?
No, because that would have confirmed that she cheated. Why are we taking a DNA test? That,
Mm.
that to a certain extent, there's some truth to what they're saying about her cheating with a trainer.
Ooh, child. I'm glad Chris is being set free. Go ahead, Chris, and find you a go back to your ex girlfriend.
Girl, don't send him over there. Send him my way. Come on, Chris.
Ooh, you want? I wouldn't want to deal with Monique. That's just me.
I ain't gonna deal with Monique.
Monique don't care. The Monique don't like Chris. She gonna take her half, okay? And as long as he watch them kids when she asks him to, she is gonna be on her merry go way, crying
Right,
about
Chris, we ain't got to go nowhere. I'm a homebody. Get some cards and some dominoes and got some food. We good. Come on over here,
Put
big
me
boy. Come on over here.
y'all mess.
put her in there. She trying to be on the next season of Love and Marriage. She's sick.
See, I don't need the fame. Just give me the man and the money.
I know that's right. Okay.
I ain't gonna drop the bag like Monique trying to be famous.
Hmm.
No, ma'am.
Next time, don't marry people that live in a car. That's all I say.
You said what?
Next time, don't marry nobody who's living in a car.
Who
That's
was living in a
Who
car?
lives in the car?
Wait,
Monique was
Monique was
living
living
in
in a car.
a car, girl.
What?
What? Wait, what?
She was living in a car. Remember at like at her worst, because she got into it with her family and she wanted to be a rapper. She started living in her car when she met.
Okay, wait, you can't just say that. No, no, keep going. What happened?
She was living in her car. Y'all remember when they had that little thing, but the Reverend came up and was like, "You are always a fighter." When you met Chris, you was living in a car.
Child, this is ghetto.
Yes, that's the next time I'm marrying somebody who's living in a car. That's desperation. You got to be careful.
Oh my goodness. So
She
Corey Hardick, he didn't have nothing when he met Tia, and now Monique was living in a car when she met Chris.
Yes. That's how they be started their friendship. He knew that she was living in a car and she was like, trying to make herself get into the rap game. And basically they started hanging out. But he met her when I don't know if he knew she was living in a car, but it became clear because the Reverend had said that to her. And that's why she started crying.
Wait a minute. Are her parents still alive?
They are. She left her home. They wouldn't support her dreams to be a rapper. They sent her to school. So she started living in her car to take care of herself.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because I'm like, you know, like what type of parents who are still around would let their child be homeless, but she made a choice, to okay. So that's different. That's
Well,
different.
this makes perfect sense now. She definitely used that man.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I said. She was in a position of real desperation. So,
She used that man, and now she used him up, and she's done with him, and now she's on to the next or whatever is next for her. That does not involve him because like I said before, she don't like him.
She don't.
She
It
mm-mm.
used
really showed
advantage of
this
him,
season.
his heart. She took advantage of him and his kind heart of like being, a good guy, wanting to do the right thing, and it backfired on Chris. I think I really feel like it backfired on Chris this time.
It
Mm-mm.
did. It did. But you know what? He got his 3 kids. As long as he doesn't have to. I mean, how long they been married? 10 years. I mean, you
Well,
know
even
what?
like that,
She might mess herself up because with her working and having like, W-9 and all of that, that's income. He's not gonna have to pay as much.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I don't even think Chris would care because Chris is. I honestly feel like Chris is like. I feel like Chris has characteristics of my husband. I feel like if me and my husband was to ever get divorced, God forbid, that he'll give me what he will do for me until the day I die, just because.
Mm.
And I feel like Chris is one of those people like you're the mother of my children. You were my wife for this amount of years. You were there for me when I needed you during this time of my life. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to do this. I'll take care of you until or do whatever. I don't see him being that type of guy to fight.
I see that. I can see that. However, it depends on why he thinks they divorcing. If he is divorcing because, let's just say she stepped out, I don't think that's what it is. But
Mhm.
let's say is that he gonna fight tooth and nail. Or if he if it's something where if he realizes, if she said somebody else's name while they was having sex, who knows why? We
Mm-hmm.
all pretty much assume, it's because she was just a gold digging skank. But you don't know. He might put up a fight. It could have been, she could have said something really, we don't know. It could be his fault. It could be her fault. But I think you're right, Chloe. I don't think he gonna put up too much of a fight as long as it's nothing like scandalous that went on.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Toy
Hey.
Hey, I
Hey.
just wanted to say I was loving y'all perspective, and I love that y'all are giving a grown woman, grown man conversation about it. I personally feel like Chris has been trying to give Monique whatever she's missing, but she's not happy there. And I noticed that back on season 4, uh, watching Real Housewives of Potomac. I,
Mm.
I knew back then when the mom was talking to her about spending and how to be a former football player alum wife and the status quo and stuff like that. They weren't picking on her because she was from New Jersey and she was essentially poor. It was just the fact that she wanted this and Sheree said it best. She wants the lifestyle with no work. She wants the glitz, the glam. She doesn't understand. You have to earn your keep. And I know as women, in this modern society, we hate to hear that. But if your husband is providing you with four homes, he has 8 businesses, he's bringing in X amount of dollars. The one thing he wants you to do is to be a wife and a mother. Come up with a plan to, foster his needs and your needs,
Right.
because I
Mm,
I never saw that with her. And that was my only issue with Monique, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't feel like she ever liked him. And when her and her best friend fell out behind that trainer incident, it
mm,
spoke volumes to me. Like, she wants to be something she's not. And when Giselle gave her that heart to heart, like, about her relationship, and told her the truth to her face, and people don't like Giselle, but I can respect someone being honest in the moment. I
mm.
said, yeah, I can see that. And I'm a divorced woman. I've been married, I've been
What did
divorced.
Giselle say? Because I don't remember this heart to heart.
When Monique was throwing slugs at her, and she was like, girl, you need to focus on your marriage. Like, she said it like, and people just took it as digs because she wasn't married.
Mm-hmm.
I took it as, they see the real Monique and Chris
Mm,
behind the scenes. They know Potomac is really small. I lived in the DMV for a really long time. Everybody knows everybody's business because how small it is. So the
mm,
personal trainer talk, that wasn't a lie. That was the truth. There he has a good team. They were able to scrub all photos, all that stuff off the internet. And that's why she was so mad. Like, oh, y'all want to make it seem like he's not the father of this baby. And it wasn't that. It was just because she was unhappy. I mean, she talked about his weight and showing his draws on Love and Marriage DC. It was just crazy.
oh, yeah, she did do that. That was wrong.
Wait, she showed his draws.
Yeah,
Like,
she was posting.
yes.
For what?
She was like, what did she say? Something about, I always have to clean up behind him. And I'm like, girl, you're a wife. Like,
Yeah,
your life is way easier than some of these other wives.
sure.
Right.
I was like,
Right.
your man's not cheating on you.
No,
If a man, like, he was into her, so I don't understand. I
no.
don't know.
And
Yeah,
and
like he was
even when she was
respectful.
doing her breakdowns and everything, when we thought she was weaponizing her tears every chance she got, he was right over there consoling her, picking her up,
Yeah.
and holding
I,
her.
It's saying I need to do better. That's what he
Yep.
kept saying.
When that man picked her up off the floor when
oh,
they were coming back from unpacking, I'm
mm,
like, that showed me one, I love a man who can just scoop you on up, make you feel out a little. But it showed me he cared about her pain. It's
mm,
like he's not going to let you sit there and feel all alone. Let me bring you up. Let me lift you up physically and metaphorically, we gonna get through this together. And it's like she doesn't give a damn.
mm,
Like he has at least love, respect, appreciation for her. That's you can work through all of that other little stuff.
mm-hmm.
You really can't. I think his mother is going to uh
Telepathy.
she's no, I think the mom is going to definitely put her foot down this time, and the mom is going to win, because the mom could see Monique for who she was, and
Mm,
Chris couldn't, because he put his family first, and I respect him for that. But when the mom called her a heifer and was like, you need to do X, Y, and Z, she didn't want to
mm.
hear that. And I'm like, girl, I don't know what you're looking for, Monique, but I hope you find it.
No, she's not gonna find another Chris.
She's about to do the 80-20 thing. She got 80 right now. She
Mm-hmm.
about to mess it up, looking for that 20%. But I think honestly, Monique was never really attracted to him. She,
Agreed.
she, yeah, my accent is good. I think that she, can't take it no more. She feels like she has 3 children now. She's secured the bag. So she's out. And unfortunately, this is, how nice guys turn into assholes and how, good girls turn bad. Cause it's like, you
Mm,
really playing in my face. And it's like when it's not so much like for me, it's not the situation, it's not the person rather. It's
mm,
like, where were my spidey senses that I couldn't tell that this person was out for self this whole time. Like it makes you question your own judgment. And, I think that's why a lot of people just say, all right, I can't really trust my instincts. So to hell with it. If you can't beat them, join them. And they turn into, thoughts and just, the futures of the world, girl. You know how they do.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, that one girl long ago broke their heart and then they became for the streets. I
That's it.
hope Chris don't become for the streets because he's
I
a good
don't I don't
man.
think he will, based off
Mm-mm.
of his how he acts and moves and stuff like that. Plus he's an older man too. He's like in his 40s, I think.
Yeah. He's lived that life. He's done with it.
Yeah, I'm sure he had a lot of girls on the road.
He
that's
just
why.
nice.
That's why she was outside in the lobby fighting for her man. Now she don't want it no more.
She
Exactly.
he just needs a nice Southern woman and just,
Oh,
like, and just relaxation. Let her run around trying to be famous. He can do so much better.
He can, like, and not for nothing, but nobody wants to just constantly hear complaint after complaint after complaint. So, and knowing they've been on reality TV before, so they know how an edit can go. So it's like Monique was originally saying how much she loved Carlos King. He didn't edit her in a bad way, but then she started doing lives all the time, like she was Fox News, and it was just constant. And it's like Monique was trying to do damage control because
Mm-hmm.
the people in the comments were eating her up. And it's like, she's like, well, no, it wasn't a good edit. And they made it seem that way. And it's like, so Bravo gave you a bad edit. Own
it's
gave you a
always the
bad
bad edit.
edit.
It's
And
always
it's
the
like,
bad edit.
right. And it's like, that they really can make things look bad. So you should have enough common sense to not constantly have something negative to say about your husband. Like,
Mm-hmm.
No, I
common
think if
sense would
people
tell you don't do that.
I think if people would have been revering Monique and how she was acting and operating, I think she wouldn't have thrown Carlos under the bus at all.
Yep. Ding, that's it.
Oh, that's a good point. Like if people were on her side about how Chris wasn't doing the right stuff and blah 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 blah, this year be
Yeah,
like, you guys see exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, like just like with Winter, she moves like a snake. So Giselle, if you are listening to this live, my apologies to you. You had it right
Mm.
about just this, but you had it right.
I mean, Giselle, I think she just comes to work, and I have to say she must have saw something in Monique she didn't care for.
Yeah, I
The
have to agree.
braggadocious, thirsty for attention. If y'all really go back and like, I was real bored one day, and I went back and just was watching some old episodes, and Monique, she's like a pipsqueak. It's like, look at me, please, please, please. And I mean, she even admitted like feeling like she didn't belong and not fitting in and all of that. And it's like all of the essential oils and zen and candles you like can't fix that. You have to go to therapy for feeling like you're not good enough.
I
Mm.
don't even think it's her not feeling good enough. She's not being honest. She wants the money. She wants the fame. She wants to be this it girl. She wants that Nene Leaks moment, but she doesn't have the personality or the presence. And I don't want to say that about her because I don't like to diminish Black women in that way,
Mm.
but that's what I've always felt from her. Like she wants this thing. Like she was so happy when people were excited. She knocked uh Candace upside her head. And then she played the victim, like, oh, it's because of this. And I'm like, if it was really about that, when Robin got in your face, how come you didn't swing on Robin?
Because Robin
Mhm.
wore her out. That's what she was
She
waiting
would
for.
have, yeah. Robin don't look like
Robin
she
is not
play.
Candace is not Robin. Robin would have wore her out. And she
I
was,
mean, even if Candace is as big as a minute,
yeah, she's so small. She got tossed all around that table, girl. It was a
yeah,
mess.
it's like Monique is a slim woman, but like Monique is taller, so you automatically have the reach. Like Monique, calm down,
And truth be told, if you fighting Robin, you fighting Giselle. They would both in a tag team
girl.
title.
If you fighting Robin, you fighting Rob. Okay, have y'all seen her? I'm not arguing with Robin. I'm not doing none of that. Hey, Rob.
And Robin, she's thick. She will get the swing of it. She was
Cut
ready.
it.
I mean, she's a beautiful woman, and that red hair is really cute on her. I really like that.
I like
But
the red.
yeah,
I don't think
Robin
Giselle would have
Dixon
jumped in.
stepping
I
into
don't
the
think
ring like, no.
Giselle comes from prominence. She's not jumping in no fight. That's why she was looking like the way she was looking. Like, what is this?
Yeah, Giselle's not. They're not gonna do that. But
I'm
I
Giselle.
think
I'm not messing up my pretty face for y'all. Forget y'all. Y'all want to fight? Go ahead.
But she
I would
wouldn't
have
have
moved
did that
back.
because
I
she
would have
knows
moved
she
all
would
the
have
way
been
back.
X. She knows she would have been X the day she put her hands on Robin. She knows people who she puts. She's not stupid. She chose Candace because Candace was the weakest link.
Exactly. So she
Fight.
knows that Robin would have fought her, wouldn't have pressed no charges. She just would have whooped ass. Giselle would have pressed charges. Karen would have pressed charges. And everybody else would have pressed charges, and she just didn't. I don't know if she thought that far ahead to think Candace might
I even
not.
think Ashley can get down. To be honest with you, I really felt like she chose the weakest link. And be honest with you, nobody's really liking Candace that season. Every
Yeah,
other
but Candace spoke the truth. Like looking at it now, everything Candace said was spot
Yeah.
on. And I said it. I was just like, why is she so mad? And I said, I feel like she's mad about something in that house. Like something's going on in that house
Yep.
because she was willing to fight big and pregnant. I was like, why would you want to fight pregnant? Who does that? Like,
yeah, that shocked me. I don't even understand why she went to I will drag you. I was like, what Candace?
You,
Candace is
you know
all my
what?
girl. Stop.
You know what? Quick side note, y'all, because I just saw this video of some chick like at a restaurant. She was working and she was pregnant and she was finna jump on these two annoying ass sisters or whatever. But I really do think that they need to start like charging women who initiate fights when they pregnant for child endangerment.
That is dangerous.
definitely.
Shouldn't be
Like,
fighting.
let's just get this out the way because it's nothing. I mean, and we all grown. My knee, my back hurt. The thought of somebody and me having to argue, let alone fight.
I right away. I don't talk. I don't translate ghetto, and I will not be fighting. I will be calling the cops.
I'm pressing charges. I'm at the age right now where we're calling the police. We're coming for. Why would you put your hands on me? I have a really good job.
Okay, I'm
They
not
don't
fighting.
like
Right.
that.
Don't touch me.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call the cops. You will not touch me.
I,
We turned into Karens overnight.
No, I
instantly,
will be
an
a
instant
super Karen.
Karen.
I'm always a proponent of calling the police before this, but as soon as you go up an octave, I'm waiting on another one. Just don't even do it.
So I'm like, no. So yeah, she chose Candace because Candace was the weakest link, and she thought she would be able to stay on the show after. Because if you hit Giselle, Giselle is the mode. She will get you fired.
For
Can
sure.
it's no question. Can you not hitting? If you hit Karen, who would hit an old woman? Come on, you're not gonna hit Karen. And I
I
love
Look,
mean,
Karen.
she is the oldest one on there.
Yeah,
Let's
you're
you
not
be
hitting.
can't
And
hit
if you
Karen.
hit Robin, Robin's going to fight you back. If you hit,
It ain't gonna be no fight if you hit Robin. I'm telling you right now. I don't really care for Robin like that, but Robin is gonna Donkey Kong the hell out of
But Robin
whoever.
told her she was from the hood. Remember, she said, I'm from the hood too. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Robin is not like she got to be. I wish she would. Please do. She'll be
Robin
ready.
look, Robin looked just like Robin. Okay, she
Okay.
looked like she about that life. Period.
That's what I said. Like, no, listen, you ain't doing that. But then Ashley, I feel like Ashley would even get down.
Oh
I
yeah, Ashley
like,
looked like the type to finish drinking a beer, crack it over the bar, and get to cut.
yeah,
That's what Ashley looked
but
like.
like
Not
Candace
quite
is
the
the
beer open. Y'all
easiest.
know she love her beer.
Yeah, like Candace
Hmm.
is the easiest target because she's a little, like a little
She
what's
comes
her
for
name?
money.
Comes from
She's
money.
a little chihuahua, yeah,
Yeah, and she's just all mouth. So when she snatched her up, I mean, granted, that was really she tore that girl down. But like, it was never going to be any repercussions because Candace doesn't have any true allies on that show. That's what she thought. But they were like, "Oh, you got to go. You putting hands. You got to go."
well, yeah, like they were basically everybody was pretending to be. Well, when I say everybody, Giselle and Robin, everything was like, all right, we have to switch gears. Like Giselle always has a target, because her and Karen, that's not they beef ain't for real. Y'all
No,
know
it's
that,
not.
right?
It's not.
Yeah, that's not, they really do like each other.
Mhm.
No,
They
I
just do
definitely
stuff.
believe that. I mean, Giselle said she comes to work, she do the work, and then she goes home. So I definitely believe that. I mean, to be the first lady of a Kojic church, you got to have some type of grit, especially with her ex-husband. That's why when Monique brought the binder out, I knew it didn't phase her because she was just like, whatever.
No,
This
it
is,
phased her. They
She
edit
talked
that a
about
lot. She was crying in the back and all of that.
but she thinks about her children. That's what she always says. Like she says, when it comes to fighting, she tries not to go too low because of the kids.
yeah, and the same thing with Giselle with Wendy. Wendy is done. Wendy showed her cards, and they I don't know when they're gonna come for her, but they will. It's not over. Because
Oh no, it's not over.
Wendy read her last season, read her for filth, but at the end of the day, Giselle don't forget. She's not gonna forget that.
Yes,
Because
I
we
just
have a link in the chat. So if anybody want to go check out Couture's Bay channel, go ahead and click on the link. It's in the chat.
what? See, I didn't even come up here saying I was a content creator, Chloe.
I
Don't.
know you did, but I know you're a content
Right.
creator. Okay, I know my content creators when I see my content creators.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon.
Okay,
Bye.
take
bye.
care.
No, but I'm gonna do this final point. I feel like at the end, I do think Monique is a beautiful woman. I think she is delusional by leaving this man, and I do, I really do, because at the end of the day, the love that she gets from Chris, she is, and I don't want to say she's never going to find it. It's not going to be to the magnitude because that man really did give her the princess treatment. Now, if he was stingy with the purse strings, I can understand that because Monique, like, she has all these businesses people was talking about, but they don't resonate with the people. She's not proactive in them. It's like an image thing. And when he wakes up to that, it's null and void, and he's going to wake up because his mother's going to make sure she do whatever she can to be the supportive mother while showing him like, hey, let's open your eyes. And that's when you don't want to, because when men get to that point, there's no coming back. And I really hate that for her because she really do have a good man out of most of these women who are married to athletes, and it's just crazy. I don't know. I don't know what she's looking for, but I hope she finds it. I don't think she's going to find a man who loved her like this. And she's going to be one of those women in old age talking about, oh, he was one of the best men I've ever had, blah, blah, blah type things. That's just how I personally feel.
I
She
agree.
would never admit it, I don't think. I don't think she would. She seems like the type to make a mistake, and can never really take full ownership of it.
Oh,
That's
She
how she acts.
the same way she did with when she started all that mess and said that Winston said this, and when she was telling the story and lying about how everything was said, and then that she was like, "Oops, did I do that?" Yes, you did. You started all of it. You crazy girl.
Right. Like she is not just Chris. It was like seeing everything that she's done through, the few years we've seen her on reality TV. We just really were able to see it on DC just because it was like she was moving the same way she did on Potomac, but this time we didn't have a Giselle to distract us. So
mm.
we can see how she's moving, and it's like the same way that we feel like Alexis doesn't provide any coverage for Justin on maths.
Oh,
Like, you always have something to say negatively about him. Like, even if it's true, don't tell me that on camera.
Yup.
Don't act like I'm not an active father and participant in the house. It's like, girl, I'm not lazy. I'm retired. You just want to start business after business and throw your name on something, but you're not doing any real work because it's not your money, and you don't care if you blow $240,000 and
oh,
you ain't really got nothing. And even though everybody told you the name of the company was stupid as hell, you keep going with it.
Mm-hmm.
oh.
Because that's exactly what he said. He said when she was bothering him while he was working out, he was like, "Don't you got some packages to go package?"
Right. Don't you got something you could be doing? I mean, it's the same way, unfortunately, the way Wendy is doing. She she did the doctor thing, and I can understand wanting to expand, but what happened to the candles? And already you talking about opening up a lounge. You haven't done one, and for Wendy to have 4 degrees, she don't seem like she got a lot of business sense. Is she okay?
The problem is they yearn for a lifestyle that I understand. As somebody who is a content creator, I went from selling clothes to sharing the news, and then I was like, you know what, I want to do this, and everybody was like, girl, please. And it took them to see that me going viral a couple times to be like, oh, okay, boom, now we believe you. But they gotta harness that energy. But these women are older than me, and they don't even. I don't know. I don't with children. I have no clue. So when I sit and look, I be looking at these men and I be understanding. And I'm not one of the ones who goes to bat for the men, but I be like, ladies, what is going on?
Yeah, because Robin not wanting to, sign the prenup.
No, what it is, y'all, it's just that when you've been someone's wife for so long and you've been taken care of, you want to find yourself. But you have to remember that in the process of finding yourself, that you are still a wife and you are still a mother and you still have those responsibilities. And that now this is when your husband is supposed to support you. And what's happening is that the husbands are supporting them, but the women are just doing way too much. It's like, I'm trying to support
Right.
you, but how many ventures we won't be out here doing until you figure out which one you want? You know what I mean? And
Right.
what's happening with Monique. That's what's happening with Wendy. And there's nothing wrong with trying to find your footing, but it's like now they're on TV, so they feel like they always have to be promoting something. Like being a housewife on the Housewives is not good enough.
You know what? I think everybody is looking at the success of the Candy Burris, and they're not understanding Candy was rich before the show. So she has money to invest prior to. So, like, you got to crawl before you walk. Candy has been on
But
that show for
Candy,
what, 14 years? She ain't just come up with all these businesses. That's an accumulation of wealth. It's taken her entire time to get all of, they side stuff.
yeah,
People just got to go slow.
yeah, but even her, I'm glad you used that reference. She has issues within her own businesses because she's doing too many projects, and it's good to have that uh multiple streams of income, but you also have to have the time and energy for the multiple streams of income. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna make money off of this, so let me slap my name on it. People know I'm from this and it's gonna be good. No, I think Wendy
Absolutely.
was better off doing a self help book. That was more up her alley. I wish these women would listen to me when I talk to them on Twitter. Just like I said, Sheree should have been doing a fitness program online. She want to sell joggers, girl. That could have came after you got all these wealthy to do women's bodies snatched the way they needed to be. But I don't know. Like it's like the girls can't see it because they're too busy trying to throw something out there, and of course people are going to buy it, but if it's not good, it's not good.
That's exactly what it is. I think instead of just sticking with something and building off of that, they're trying to build too many things at one time. It's like, okay, so now, okay, I want to be a social media influence. Okay, I start, YouTube. I build a following, then I grow my Instagram, then I do a merch line. Then it's a whole process to get to a certain point. Instead of trying to do so many things at one time, focus and making one thing great so that when you go into those next ventures, people feel comfortable in supporting you. How you go from a candle to a lounge to this to that? Like, girl, make up your mind. What are we doing? They don't even make sense.
Exactly. It don't make no sense. And it's like, yeah, whatever was going on with like Sheree is just she lives to be a failure. I don't get it.
Oh my
I don't get
god.
it. She does. I'm sorry. Like Sheree has
Did y'all see her
she
set up at BravoCon? Baby, I was so mad at
I
her.
heard. Oh my goodness,
Yes,
I heard. I
yes, I
heard,
did.
child. But
I
wait,
saw
y'all
the
did hear, y'all heard about, on Funky's Live what he had said a few weeks ago about her having had her oldest daughter, I can't remember her name, when she was like in middle school.
I believe it because the boys were in high school, one was in college and the other one was like about to be in college or something like that.
Yeah, I think she was like Ooh, I want to say that he said she was like 14 because when the first season came on, Sheree did introduce her daughter as her friend because they were so close in age. She didn't let it be known that that was her daughter until later. So, and she didn't graduate from high school or anything. So I feel like Sheree has this insecurity about her. And instead of like, she's obviously embarrassed by it. So she tells these lies and she has the worst poker face. Like, she just starts to talk real fast and just stumbling over words. And she should have just said, listen, I wanted to do the fashion show as a part of my storyline 14 years ago. I have let it go. I wish everybody else would instead of, I heard at the reunion, she was like, yeah, she by Sheree, it's launched, so the website is up, so it's done. It's not done. You mean it's just getting started. So let me know everything. Like, she was doing it just to save face. And she asked like, keep asking me about it. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're making fun of you about it, but they're not asking you about it. Not seriously. And she goes from a jailbird to a well documented whore. Not even a hoe. He's a whore.
Not a
Child, not
whore.
messed up. Don't bring up
A
Bartell on
whore.
the live. I don't got time for the marriage Huntsville people.
Girl, I don't even watch that show. But you know, it's like, come on, Sheree. And when you have to jog your mother's memory and say prison bay, there is no way as an adult woman I would ever introduce my mother to someone as prison bay.
She has to do something. I mean, what do you want her to do?
I wouldn't do that because I'd get embarrassed on sight. You know, it really don't matter how old you get. If you say something real ignorant in front of your mama, she gonna be like, "What the hell you just say to me?" You gonna be like, "I said prison bay, ma." Mm, you
Mm-mm.
that desperate, huh? That's something my mama would say, like in front of everybody. Like, girl,
Yeah,
that must be
because
your last chance. That's what she would say if I said, "Yeah, ma, this my man. What's his name?" Well, you know, prison bay. And Sheree is 51 years old. Girl,
it's all good. Listen, I'm about to drop down, but thank y'all for letting me Chloe, again, thank you.
No
Ladies of the
problem.
panel, thank you to the chat. Y'all pray for Monique because she's gonna be I don't know, I have a weird feeling she's gonna be the one losing in this. Like, I don't know
Oh,
why I
she
feel that way.
definitely is. She
I,
is.
I
She
think
is.
thank you as always. It's always a blast.
No problem. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all drop down. Thank y'all so much for joining me. All right, y'all. I got the I pulled up. This was the setup. Can y'all see it? This was Sheree's setup. And look at the shirt over there in the corner with her face on it. Who gonna check me, boo? Child, this is ghetto. Okay, I don't know how we always can't never stay on topic with anything when we talking about something, but baby, I just wanted to show y'all the setup for BravoCon. Like, you at BravoCon, girl, and this is the best that we could do. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I am going to say this. I am so I'm sad about the divorce. I really feel like people should take marriage more serious and really invest and fight for your marriage as much as you can. It's important not to put your significant other down in the public eye, no matter if you're trying to be transparent or not. Whenever we're being transparent about relationships in the public view, I think we owe it to our spouses to also show the work that we put in, and to our viewers as well, the work that we put into to actually, show that you can work through anything. But the fact that Monique does not care about her husband, does not care about her marriage, used him, I feel, for clout, used him, I feel, for money, used him for all these reasons. I really honestly am at the point where I feel like this is better off for him than it is for her. She's going to take a loss. She's going to know what it feels like to not have someone in your corner. She's now going to be that girl who doesn't have that person to have her back sitting behind her on the stage when people are ganging up against her. Because once again, when you are in a union with someone, you are to protect them by all costs. As many times as Chris has protected this woman, she has not done the same. So if we look at divorce as a good thing in certain situations, I'm going to have to say that this is a good thing for him, unfortunately. So she's going to have to go out there and see what it's really like to not be covered, not to have a support system. And maybe, yeah, maybe in the beginning, everything seems great and fine, but she's really going to see what it's like not to have help. When he's no longer in a household, that's going to make a big difference. All the things that I feel like she was nitpicking with and, doing this with, is really going to show itself now. So I pray that, they do some self-discovery and maybe they can work this out, or maybe they can't, but I wish them both the best. And I hope that the children don't suffer because of it. I don't want the children to suffer because of it. And I hope she doesn't belittle him anymore. Let this be a divorce. Let it be over. Let it be a mutual, just let it be civil, because at the end of the day, the children are what's most important, especially because their children are young. And that's another thing. She wants to go be a part of what life is she trying to go live when you have young babies. Her children are not like teenagers. Her children are young. So she's still going to have to be that hands-on mom. So if she thinks she is about to have a different journey, then I shout out to her, girl. And I hope that this works out for you. But when you have someone who's really on your side and in your corner, and you kick them while they're down, it never turns out good for you. Karma is real. Okay? Karma is real. So when you see her with her new boo crying about how he did this, that, and the other, in a couple of years from now, let's not be surprised. Okay, that's all I got to say. Honestly, without empathy is brutal. Right. It looked cheap. It did look cheap. Monique was on her church girl. It must be the cash, but it ain't your face. Hey, it must be the cash, but it ain't your face. Break it down. That's exactly what it was. But nonetheless, if she felt like divorce was best for her in the movement of women empowerment, I'm just going to say, go ahead, girl, and let divorce be the best for you. You'll see if you made the best decision in a couple of years. That's all I got to say. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll be back later on, probably around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And we'll do our math live, and y'all can come up and talk about that. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace.